just to give some background on these transitions, let's talk about essay structure real quick. So by the end of the course, you should be able to just speak out fairly quickly what the essay structure is. So I'm just going to do it real quick for you right here. Get a bigger font. 24. So 5-paragraph essay structure. The first thing is the introduction. Boom. What's the first thing in the introduction? Attention grabber. After that, we have our main points. Main point 1, main point 2, main point 3. And then last thing in the introduction paragraph is our thesis statement. One complete sentence that tells the main idea of the entire paper in a self-explanatory way. Next paragraph is our main point 1 paragraph. And what's this paragraph made up of? Starts with a topic sentence, followed by support and details, examples, and then at the end of a body paragraph, before the next body paragraph, we have our transition. So the next paragraph is main point 2 paragraph, topic sentence, support, details, examples, transition. And then we have main point 3 paragraph, topic sentence, support, details, examples. Because this is the last body paragraph and we don't have a body paragraph to transition into, we don't need a transition. So the last paragraph is our conclusion paragraph. And we really don't need to transition into the conclusion paragraph because it begins with our thesis statement. It's just that it's reworded. Thesis statement should connect with everything in your paper already. Then we mention our main points. And then we end with that clincher or that statement. All right, so let's go back up here to the transition. So a good definition of a transition, the kind of transition we're going to use, is it's a sentence that begins by talking about the current paragraph's topic and ends talking about the next paragraph's topic. Creating a good transition is a creative thing, and you should learn to have fun with it. This kind of transition is an advanced kind of transition. We're not going to use transition words like firstly, secondly, thirdly. No, get that out of your mind. We're not going to write in cliche ways. We're going to write in advanced ways. So at the end of your body paragraph, before another body paragraph, we're going to use this kind of transition. Now, if you've ever read a Harry Potter book or Hunger Games book or just about any book where you didn't have to put the book down and it just seemed like you can just keep reading it and reading it through every chapter, you didn't have to stop, those books have great transitions. And in novels, the transition is usually between this kind of transition is usually a between chapters. So you get to the end of one chapter, and it kind of lets you see what's going to happen in the next chapter at the beginning of the next chapter. So your mind doesn't have to come to an abrupt halt between chapters. If your mind doesn't have to do that, then your mind never has to take a break in thought and give you a chance to close the book and go do something else because you transition smoothly into the next chapter. And for our papers, we're going to have smooth transitions into the next body paragraph. Um, and so people will be able to get through your papers with mental ease, and however long your paper is, it won't seem that long because the mind just flows through it like water. So to practice these transitions, I'm going to show you an exercise that I do every once in a while. And I also give this exercise to people who I tutor in writing and reading so that they can just, it spurs the creative juices so that you can get yourself into writing. So this is what I call a transition randomism. And there will be a little exercise for you to do. I might count it as a quiz. So pay attention here. So I'm going to do it with 5 words, and I'm just going to just pick a random 5 words. See what's on my, okay, so we have strong, carpet, sword, sword, who pronounces the W? Sword, let's see, lamp, and trophy. So in this exercise, what I would have you do is I would have you create a transition paragraph. Now, these 5 words here have nothing in common in my mind. Like I didn't pair them together in any like cognizant way. So what I'm going to do is I have 5 words, so I'm going to create 4 sentences, 4 transition sentences. And my first sentence is going to start by talking about strong. And it's going to end talking about carpet. My second sentence is going to start talking about carpet and end talking about a sword. My third sentence is going to start talking about a sword and end talking about a lamp. And my fourth sentence is going to start talking about a lamp and end talking about a trophy. So I'm going to try to do this real quick, and you can follow along and create a transition paragraph yourself if you like. So strong fibers. Sharp. All right, so here we have strong fibers are what I look for when I'm going to buy carpet. The last carpet I had was sliced up by my ninja sword. The sword was so sharp that it cut my lamp in half. The lamp now sits as a reminder on the shelf next to my trophies. So I went from strong to trophy using transition sentences. What this does is it makes it seem like it plays a trick on the mind to make it seem like all of these things are related somehow, which they're not really. Um, and if we were in class, there'll be I think we do 8 words and 7 sentences, and when we put them together, you'll see that it just sounds like all these things are related. It sounds like one big idea, since philosophically an idea is a paragraph and a sentence is a thought. So when we put these transition thoughts together, the magic of a good transition sentence in this way makes it all seem like one big idea. And it just seems to flow and keep the a relation to the previous thought before it all the way through. So these are the kind of transitions we're going to use for our uh, last 2 papers, our critical essay and our rhetorical essay. So keep this in mind and practice. Practice using transitions, transition sentences.